What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Dre the Brute Daniels, and welcome to the season premiere of Brutal Rant. I am so happy to be back with all you wonderful people. I took a much-needed hiatus, a little break, but rest assured, I was thinking about you all, and I'm seeing all the love that you all been pouring out for me, for all the on social media and on my YouTube channel, and how you like my stuff. I'm so happy. Unfortunately, you all are loving, to my chagrin, those Young Justice reviews. I'm so happy you all are watching them, make no mistake, but good God, my psyche is going to burn. But for you all, I'm going to continue watching this nonsense, so let's go ahead and cue the booze, please. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. You've seen the thumbnail. We're going to be talking about episodes 9 through 12. Okay. For those that are new, I've reviewed episodes 1 through 4, and then 8, and then 5 through 8. Oh my God, numbers! My brain's already frying. If you haven't seen those already, go and check those out before you watch this one. I guess spoilers ahead. I guess. Who cares? The show is terrible now. So whatever. So we start off with. Oh my God, my body's already betraying me. Zatanna and her students frolicking, catching frogs and or whatever, and oh God, it's so boring. Well, anyway, so they're catching frogs or whatever, and learning how to use their powers and stuff, which is all lolly, jolly, what a day. But then, of course, Zatanna feels a disturbance in the Force because the Lords of Chaos are sending another Chaos Lord to Earth because they're tired of the Witch Boy. Ah, man, do I have to talk about this garbage? Alright.
You came here to die.
Okay, I can get through this. Okay, so let's just talk about for a second the new Lord of Chaos that was sent. They call her the Child, and she has her link to the physical realm is being called Flaw. And she's all powerful, yada yada yada. And okay, let's just break down some stuff here. Episodes 1 through 8, nothing happened. Villain wise, hero wise, nothing happened. And I believe that the writers wrote themselves into a corner because we don't know what the villains want at all. So they're like, hey, let's introduce somebody else so they can be evil and do evil things. Like, literally, her inclusion in this thing is so left field and so nonsensical. She shouldn't be here. It shouldn't even matter. But whatever, she's strong or whatever, and like all the Lords of Chaos are infused in her, and yada 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 yada. She's strong. We got it. Man, it only gets worse from here, folks. It only gets worse from here. So hold on tight. It only gets worse. So let's talk about who our villains were this whole time. Vandal Savage and the Light. They've accomplished nothing this entire season. Nothing. They've done nothing. They haven't tried anything. They haven't tried to rule the world or destroy, because they're like orchestrating from the shadows for some reason, even though people know they exist. It's been a complete and utter waste of time, and no bigger waste of time than that man right there, Vandal Savage. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. But ultimately, the villains of this show have done nothing, and nothing has been featured, and nothing. It's just a waste. It's just a waste. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Whatever, moving on. Let's talk about the Witch Boy. Okay, first of all, I've never been a fan of this character, even in the original run of this show. I always thought he was just annoying, because he should be, a real legitimate threat, but he's always, pushed off for jokes and whatever. But what they did to him in this 4-episode arc is just absolutely disrespectful. So the one called Child, of course, he doesn't stand a chance against her, whatever. Even though it establishes that he is still a threat, kind of, because he mops the floor with Zatanna and her students, but then it shows up to Child, and Child just beats him, just beats him maliciously, and it's then, you know, kills his anchor, and then he has to fly off. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid, and this is stupid. I don't know why this is happening. Because there is no story arc. There's been no story arc for. Well, I'm just gonna break issues 1 through 8. There was no story arc whatsoever. Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. And now it's like we gotta bring in a world ender in Child. Now she has to be a world ender and has to be just destroy everything. And she's the agent of chaos. And I'm like, bruh, there was no build up to this. They just literally in the opening sequence dropped her from the sky. I can't make this up. Because we need a threat, because there's nothing has happened in this show. Nothing is built up to anything. Anything. So like, hey, let's just give us a villain. Just make up something. Screw this, man. Alright, okay, so Witch Boy ends up getting beat and all that stuff and blah 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 blah. Gets knocked around the whole 4 episodes. So let's talk a little bit about Vandal Savage. There's been a bunch of flashback scenes with Vandal Savage in it, and it shows that he created Atlantis, and I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't even break down how stupid this writing is. This is what they've done in these flashbacks with Vandal Savage is an insult to everything that 80 years of Aquaman comics, all this. I can't do this. Turn off the camera. I can't do this. I can't do this. Why does it keep coming to this nonsense garbage? Nothing freaking sacred, golly. Okay, sorry about that. I've gotten that out of my system. We can talk like civilized human beings now. Okay, so as I mentioned before, Vandal Savage apparently created Atlantis before it sunk to the sea. We'll get to that. And he went away for 200 years, and his grandson ended up getting the immortal gene or whatever. And of course, Atlantis prospered. It had technology that was was thousands of years ahead of everybody else. All that great stuff. It was more or less a utopia. Vandal Savage has this idea of sinking part of Atlantis so that the ones that survive the sinking of Atlantis will have the metagene and survive and then conquer the rest of the world that he could not physically walk to. What? It even shows in this episode that they've had technology that can travel across water and in the air. And his plan to conquer the world, of which he cannot physically walk to, is to kill his people and those that survive it to go and travel there for him. Say what? Who's writing this? Who? I need names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, social media platforms. Who's writing this madness? So, of course, apparently throughout history, him and the Witch Boys have a relationship and they've been partners for thousands of years or whatever. The Witch Boy shows up and destroys not part of Atlantis, but all of it. And it all sinks to the bottom of the sea. And of course, those that had the metagene live and become the, Atlantis. And blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, I feel sorry for what I've done. I hate this show. I hate this show. I hate this show. I hate this show. Let's move on, shall we? So, later on, Vandal Savage builds Babylon, the greatest empire, back then, and fathers Nobu. Yeah, that name might sound familiar to you because that is the helmet of fate. So apparently, he is also the father of Fate, who dies because he makes a deal once again with the witch boy that brings Starro and starts killing people. It's just so stupid. Like what they've done to Vandal Savage is an abomination. They just make him look like an idiot. This whole season is like, he's stupid. He's stupid. He's stupid. He's stupid. He's stupid. This is so ridiculous. So Nobu dies, and then the Lords of Order, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about them later. The Lords of Order is like, oh, he was a noble soul, so we're going to transfer his essence into his helmet. Then everybody's going to have the power of fate who puts... It's just such a waste of my time. And amidst all this, nothing has happened. It's just flashbacks and talking, and then it's like, oh, you got to stop the child because it'll destroy... Man, screw this show. God, this show is so bad. Oh, God's sake, man. Why do I do this to myself, man? Come on, man. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, I can get through this. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. We got this. This depressed Beast Boy arc needs to end. It needs to end. It's been 8 consecutive episodes and he's just depressed and can't do anything. And they don't really explain why he's so depressed. I guess we can equate it to the death of Superboy. I guess we can just equate it to that. But good lord. Now, I understand maybe they're trying to bring depression and how it's a real problem and everything to the forefront, which is fine and it's great. But the thing about the superhero genre, we want to see our heroes overcome problems and show us how to... What's the word I'm looking for? I already said overcome. I'm going to say overcome again. Overcome problems and things like that. We don't want to see our heroes wallowing in sadness and pain and anguish and then comes off looking like a jerk and a douchebag to his friends and people that love him and support him, that are actively trying to help him and support him. But it's bad. It's bad. It's a bad arc. And one, this is not how Garfield is. So this just needs to stop. This really needs to stop. It needs to end. Or just stop showing him on screen. Just stop altogether because it's just getting ridiculous. Nobody wants to see it. It's not good. It's in bad taste. It's awful. Stop the depressed Beast Boy. Please. Please stop the depressed Beast Boy. God, I don't know how much. Okay. I need a squig. Okay. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the Magic School Bus, which is... Oh my god. And I thought the whole spaceship orgy having a baby thing was too far-fetched. Oh my god. Who are the... So, once the Witch Boy takes this L and needs to find another host body, somehow he doesn't go straight to his dimension. Go figure. He travels through time, anchors his being to a school bus. I can't make this up. He anchors it to a school bus that's full of kids and all this stuff, And apparently, throughout the last decade or so, this school bus has showed up in multiple points in when the heroes are doing things, because the Witch Boy is looking for heroes to help him defeat Child. And it's the most absurd, ridiculous. The Jone's going in outer space. This Joan is traveling through time. It's interfering with hero stuff. It almost gets hit by Zatanna when they're riding on the carousel horses. This is so absurdly stupid. I have a brain aneurysm. I'm gonna have a brain aneurysm by the time this is done. And there's more of this show. There's more to the show. They're still making episodes of this crap. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die watching this garbage. I'm gonna die watching it. Oh my god. Okay. The Magic School Bus. I can't. Okay, next. So let's talk about Dr. Fate. He was completely useless in this entire arc, and ultimately, we'll get to the Lords of Order in a second, because I gotta talk about them for a second too. Dr. Fate, of course, tells a ton of the students that they ain't ready. He traps them into some reality warping thing, and of course they overcome their fears or whatever, and then the Sanctum gets destroyed. Dr. Fate looks like a complete joke. Of course he does. Dr. Fate looks like a complete joke. What is there else to add? Nothing. Dr. Fate, one of the most powerful members of the Justice League, is just a joke now. He came and stand up to a Lord of Chaos. He's useless. So, which brings me to my point about the Lords of Order. How useless are these people or beings? They don't do anything. Even when, like, Lords of Chaos are actively destroying the world, they're like, and now we can do it back. It's so stupid. And I hate it when there's arcs like that. When there's a force that can actually defeat what's happening, refuses to do anything because reasons. It's so stupid. Everything about this show is bad. I hate this season. This just a joke. I'm losing my voice. Okay, last thing. So apparently Child is destroying the world and they're trying to chase after her and whatever. How long story short, they all channel their power into Dr. Fate, and once again Dr. Fate is useless. And yeah, that's pretty much how the episode ends, and I'm pretty sure Dr. Fate's gonna die in the next story arc, if we want to call them story arcs. He's gonna die, and I guess probably the helmet's gonna go to Zatanna or something. I don't care, man. I don't care. You waited. Look, I've got no. Listen to my voice. My voice is cracking. I've got no voice left. Unbelievable. I've lost my voice completely. You've waited 12 episodes to start a story arc with a villain that we don't know or care about or matters in general, and now you want us to be invested. That's not how storytelling works. One, we haven't seen our heroes do anything of value. We haven't seen our villains do anything of value. Then you drop us into the midst of a crisis for reasons it's only to save face, I guess, because nothing else has happened in this entire season. This show needs to end. It needs to go. Bury it deep underground or something. Because if you want to calculate the time of how much hours are spent on this show, I guess each episode's around, let's say 30 minutes, just for the sake of rounding numbers. It's been 12 episodes, 30 minutes each, 6 hours. So it's been 6 hours of nothing. And now it's like, there's a crisis. That's not how storytelling works, people. That's not how storytelling works. Just stop. Just stop. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Hope you all enjoyed the vid. Because I got no voice. I've got no energy. I've got nothing left. Look, I hope you all enjoyed me putting myself out here and talking about this garbage. But and look, I do this for you guys because you like my other videos. So I do this for y'all because I love y'all. I hate this show. I hate it with every inch of me. I hate it. I hate it. So anyway, let's get to some good news, I guess, right? Some good news. As I mentioned before I ended the season and everything, my comic Trouble the Rhythm Within Part 1 is free for digital download. I would love for you to download it, check it out. Tell me what... Oh my god, my voice is still gone. Tell me what you think about it. I hope you really like it. It's been a labor of love. For those who have been fans of the series, Trouble the Rhythm Within Part 6 is coming out soon. It was going to come out at the end of this month, but I've had a few things, have a few hiccups. But don't worry, it is still coming out soon. So for all you fans out there, thank you for your continuous support with my comic series. I love you guys. Thank you so much. So, oh my god, I'm so lightheaded now. That's all I got for today. I know this is a heck of a debut episode. Yeah, I got great love for you guys. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs. So I definitely need your love and support to help me get up there. I really always appreciate those that have been down with me since day one. You all have been awesome. You all have been great. Thank you so much for all the support you all have always been giving me. So keep that up. And much love to you guys. Also follow me on all those dope social media platforms you see over there. Namely Twitter. Trying to raise that Twitter roof a little bit. But thanks anyway. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. I need to take a nap for sure. And I will catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out spinwiz.com or download the Spinwiz app and check out my comic series, Trouble. It was written with a lot of love and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.